Hey guys, welcome back. Today we will discuss about Erikson's theory of psychosocial development. Erikson's theory of psychosocial development. So, what is Erikson's theory of psychosocial development? Erikson's theory of psychosocial development outlines 8 stages across human lifespan where individuals face a psychosocial crisis or conflict that, if successfully resolved, leads to a basic virtue of strength. So, Erikson's theory of psychosocial development outlines there are 8 stages in human lifespan, and we have to go through each stage successfully. If you're going through successfully, our life will be all right. Otherwise, you will face different type of issues in the form of healthcare issues or psychological issues, social issues, etc. Then, who is Erik Erikson or Erikson? Erikson was a German American psychologist and psychoanalyst known for his 8 stage theory of psychosocial development, which highlights how social and cultural factors shapes personality throughout life. So Erikson was a German American psychologist and he is known for his psychosocial development, especially the 8 stage psychosocial development theory. Now we will see that each stage. In this slide, you can clearly see the 8 stages according to Erikson. From infant to 18 months, that's the first stage. And the psychosocial crisis of that stage is trust versus mistrust, according to him. I will explain what is trust and what is mistrust in next slide. Second stage is 18 months to 3 years, autonomy versus shame or doubt. Third stage is 3 to 5 years, initiative versus guilt stage. Then 5 to 13 years, industry versus inferiority. Next stage is from 13 years to 21 years, identity versus role confusion. And from 21 to 39 years, intimacy versus isolation. Then from 40 years to 65 years, generativity versus stagnation. And last 65 years and older, that is ego integrity versus despair. So these are all the 8 stages of development in human lifespan according to Erikson. Now we will see the stages and if there is any conflict is happening in the middle, how that can affect the growth and development of a person. Erikson believed that personality developed in a series of stages, as I said. Erikson's theory described the impact of social experience across the whole lifespan. And Erikson was interested in how social interaction and the relationship played a role in the development of human beings. So, according to him, this human beings or our development is influenced by social experience. How social interaction and relationship played a major role in the development of human being. In each stage, Erikson believed that people experience a conflict that serve as a turning point in development. So, in each stage of development, for example, like in between trust and mistrust, there's a stage of conflict. And in Erikson's point of view, these conflicts are centered on either developing a psychological quality or failing to develop the quality. If people successfully deal with the conflict, so in each stage of our development, there will be some conflict, there will be some problems. If the people, that means we, successfully deal with the conflict or problem, they emerge from the stage with psychological strength that will serve them well for the rest of their life. And if they means we, fail to deal effectively with these conflicts, then we may not develop the essential skills needed for a strong sense of self. So in each stage of development, there will be conflicts. Conflicts is a part of development. If we can successfully deal with the conflict, we will overcome and we will see happiness in rest of the life. Happiness in the sense of fulfillment or psychological strength. If we fail to deal with these problems or conflict, we will feel distress or we will face distress in future life. Now we will see the stages. Stage 1, trust versus mistrust. The first stage of Erikson theory of psychosocial development occurs between birth and 1 year of age and is the most fundamental stage in life. According to him, developing Trust is based on dependability and quality of child's caregivers. At this point in development, the child is utterly dependent upon adult caregivers for everything they need to survive, including food, love, warmth, safety, and nurturing. If a caregiver fails to provide adequate care and love, child will come to feel that they cannot trust or depend upon the adults in their life. So childhood development, childhood affection, childhood care support, the mother support or caregiver's love and affection is very, very essential for the development of child. If they undergo any kind of childhood trauma during this stage, that means from the birth to 1 year, in future area of their development, they will show some psychological mistrust and psychological disturbances. Caregivers who are emotionally unavailable or rejecting contribute to the feelings of mistrust in the children under their care. Failure to develop trust will result in fear and a belief that the world is inconsistent and unpredictable. According to him, no child is going to develop a sense of 100% of trust and 100% of doubt. Erikson believed that successful development was all about striking a balance between the two opposing sides. When this happens, children acquire hope. We need to develop a balance between trust and mistrust, according to him. We need to protect the child. We need to give confidence to the child. We need to give love and affections to the child because during that age, only one hope for the child, that is their caregiver. If they're not showing trust, love, and affection, that will definitely affect the growth of child, both physiologically and psychologically. Stage 2, autonomy versus shame or doubt. The second stage of Erikson theory, which means the children developing a great sense of personal control. The role of independence is the major aspect of stage 2. At this point in development, children are just starting to gain little independence. They are starting to perform basic actions on their own and making simple decisions about what they prefer. By allowing the kids to make choices and gain control, parents and caregivers can help children develop a sense of autonomy. Very simple example is potty training. Rather than stopping the child, allow the child to do the potty training or give the potty training and do them however they like. With some support, we can help them to learn, or we can teach them how to help to get or develop a sense of personal control. The essential theme of this stage is that children need to develop a sense of personal control over physical skills and sense of independence. Potty training plays an important role in helping children develop this sense of autonomy. Erikson believed that learning to control one's bodily function leads to a feeling of control and a sense of independence. Other important events include gaining control over food choice, toy preference, and clothing selection. So during the stage of autonomy versus shame or doubt, you should allow them to take their own decision. It doesn't mean that giving full control, but simple choices like food, toy, clothing. Also give training to develop a sense of personal control over physical skills. It will help them to develop their personal control. It will help them to develop confidence. If we are not giving the option, definitely the child's sense of personal control will not develop in proper way. Children who have accidents and are made to feel bad about them may start to feel like they have no control. If they do well during the stage of development, they feel independent. So you need to give training. After training, if they do the things with some imperfection, also if they can complete the activities or tasks, they feel independent, they feel confident. And if they don't, they may feel shame and doubt. Again, development of children varies from person to person. Some children will do it fast, some children will not do like that. So we can't assess the children based on this again, but still we need to keep training and we need to allow them to take their own choices, simple choices. It will give or it will help them to develop a sense of personal control. Children who pass this stage feel confident and safe in their abilities. Those who struggle may feel not good enough. Erikson said that a healthy balance between independence and doubt helps the children develop willpower, the belief that they can do things on purpose as long as it is within safe limits. Next stage is initiative versus guilt. The third stage, that is the preschool stage. Here, children start taking control in play and social activities. When they succeed, they feel confident and able to lead. If they struggle to maintain relationship with the friends, they may feel guilty. If they can't start taking control in play and social activity, they feel guilty, doubtful, and lack initiative. The main goal of this stage is learn to take healthy control and show initiative. And success develops a sense of purpose. And too much control of adults may disapprove, or too much control on the child can create guilt. So this is a stage of fantasy. In this stage, the children will start to take control in play and social activities. During that time, the children will show some interest to do some activities, will start to imitate the activities, start to create friendship with the other kid. During that stage, if they succeed with that activities and if they feel comfortable, if they feel confident, they can able to lead the same confident, healthy relationship in future. If they feel loneliness, if they are aggressive, they can't maintain relationship, that leads to guilt. And that will continue in next stage also. And as a parent or as a teacher, as an educator, it's our responsibility to understand the likes and dislikes of the child, understand the ability of the child, understand the confidence level of child to support them. If you're giving too much pressure also, that can create guilt. Then stage 4, industry versus inferiority. The fourth psychosocial stage take place during the early school years from approximately 5 to 11 years. Through social interactions, the children begin to develop sense of pride in their accomplishment and abilities. During these days, the children will be very specific with their friends. Children must handle new school and social challenges. They will get new homeworks, new challenges, new trips, new outings, more explorations, opportunities. If they do well, they feel capable. If they struggle, they may feel inferior. So some children will get easily adjust with the situation. Okay, tomorrow there is an outing. Okay, everyone need to come with these type of things, and you have a pair, and we'll select the pair, and you can go, you can explore under the control, under the vigilance, under the observation of your teacher. Some people will get adjust with that tasks. Some people will get adjust with the activities very easily. Some people will feel bit loneliness. Some people children will feel bit discomfort. That's what children must handle new school activities. If they do well in the sense, not 100%. If they can somehow manage, they are capable and they feel capable. If they struggle, completely they're struggling and not cooperating, not showing any kind of interest, they may feel inferior. Children who are supposed and praised by adults gain confidence in their skills. Sometimes they are capable, but due to the tasks, heavy task, or due to the activities length, sometimes they may show some desperation. During that time, the parents or teachers should praise them, acknowledge them. Then they'll gain the confidence. Otherwise, they will really struggle and they will show the inferiority. And if you're not treating the inferiority, again, that in next stage, the child will start to show the severe consequences of inferiority. That can lead to psychological issues, or that will appear in the form of psychological issues or physiological issues, social isolation, aggressiveness, lack of concentration, stress, and stress might be leads to depression. Those who receive little encouragement may doubt themselves. So you need good confidence in that stage. You need to support them, acknowledge them. They're not getting any encouragement, definitely they feel doubt about themselves. A healthy balance at this stage helps children develop competence, the belief that they can manage the task they face. So during this stage, teachers are playing a major role because most of the time they will be spending in school. So the teachers are playing a major role in these areas of development. Teachers are supporting, acknowledging, and giving positive encouragement. Most of the children will come out from the inferiority stage to industry stage, confidence stage. If they're still showing inferiority, we need to redirect the child and family for necessary support. Stage 5, identity versus confusion. The fifth stage happens during the teenage years, the developmental period. I mean, the physical and psychological development, puberty period, reproductive changes, sexual awareness are very important. Since teens works on building their own identity, which shapes them for life. If they succeed, they stay true to who they are. If they not, they may feel confused about their role and identity. During this time, teens explore their independence with support and encouragement. They develop a strong sense of self and confidence. Without, they may feel unsure, insecure, and confused about their future. So, in this stage, teens works on building their own identity. Okay, who am I? What am I doing? What is my nature? Okay, so they will try to find out their identity. During this stage, they will try to explore each and everything. A fantasy will be there in this stage. So, proper right encouragement and support is essential in this stage from both parents and teachers. So, it is a stage of developing identity, I said. So, what is identity? When psychologists talks about identity, they mean that the beliefs and values that guide a person's behavior. Completing this stage will lead to fidelity, which is the ability to follow society's rules and expectations. Erikson believed that ego identity, our consciousness sense of who we are. So identity means the conscious sense of who we are is especially important. It develops through our interactions with others and is the main focus of versus identity versus confusion stage. Ego identity is not fixed. Who we are, that stage is not fixed. It changes as we gain new experience and face new challenges, which can strengthen or weaken our sense of who we are. Then stage 6, intimacy versus isolation. Young adult period. Young adults need to build close, loving relationship. If they succeed, they enjoy strong and secure bonds. If they struggle, they may feel lonely and isolated. The stage focuses on forming committed relationship. Erikson believed that having solid sense of identity from earlier stage helps people create healthy intimacy. So Erikson believed that in previous stage, who we are, that is identity, right? From earlier stage, if you have a clear idea on who we are, okay, that helps you or help me or help us to create a healthy intimacy. Those who lack a clear sense of identity or those who lack a clear sense of self may find it harder to commit and may experience emotional isolation. Successfully completing this stage leads to the virtue of love, shown by the ability to form lasting, meaningful relationship. So the strength of this stage is depend upon proper development of previous stage, that is identity versus role confusion. In identity stage, you should know who we are, who you are, or we should know who we are. We need proper support in this stage to understand who we are. We need to explore ourselves with the support and encouragement from the surrounding. So if we get a clear idea or clarity on who we are, stages 6, that is intimacy versus isolation, will develop properly. You will develop intimacy, you will develop love, you will create love, you will spread love. If you can't identify who we are in the previous stage, definitely in this stage you can't find love and you will gradually move to the emotional isolation stage. Next, generativity versus stagnation. Stage 7, adult stage. Adults need to create a nurture theme that will last beyond their own lives. Generativity. You will generate or you will create generation. You will create love. You will create relationship. You will create adulthood. You will create career. You will create family. You will create community. So it is a generativity phase. And if you have good identity, proper identity, like you know who you are. And if you create love and good relationship in the previous stage, this stage will be more beautiful. Otherwise, you will get stagnant, because in previous stage, if you can't create love or develop love, definitely you will go to emotional isolation, and emotional isolation gradually leads to stagnation. During adulthood, people focus on building the career, family, and community. Those who succeed in the stage feel they are making meaningful contributions. Succeed in the sense not like 100 percentage, like high salary job or house property business. No, it's not like that. Succeed happiness. If you can create, if you can find out happiness, if and then you are succeeded in that stage. Those who succeeded in the stage feel they are making meaningful contribution both at home and in the wider world. Those who struggle may feel uninvolved and unaccomplished. And the key virtue of this stage is care. So care is very important in this stage. Last stage is integrity versus despair. The last stage of life happens in old age and is about look back on your life. People think about what they did and decide if they are happy or regret things they didn't do. Erikson's theory is different because it includes old age. Success in the stage brings wisdom, integrity, and satisfaction, while failure leads to regret, sadness, and despair. If people feel their life was meaningful, they feel peace. They feel at peace. If they have many regrets, they may feel unhappy and afraid as they near the end of life. So, last stage is the stage of self-realization. If you really succeed, you will feel happiness, hope, wisdom, satisfaction. If you are not successful, in the sense, if you are not feeling that satisfaction, you will be in despair stage as they near the end of life. Those who are unsuccessful during this stage will feel that their life has been wasted and may experience many regrets. The person will be left with feelings of bitterness and despair. The feeling of bitterness and despair. Those who feel proud of their accomplishments will feel a sense of integrity. Successfully completing this phase means looking back with few regrets and a general feeling of satisfaction. 100% integrity is not possible in anyone's life. So, looking back with happiness, with some regrets, and a general feeling of satisfaction, these individuals will attain wisdom even when confronting death. So these are all the 8 stages of development according to Erikson. And according to Erikson or Erik Erikson, we need to go through each stages. We can't jump from first stage to third stage. We need to go to each stage. While going, we need to grow properly, develop properly. There is no shortcut. So if you grow properly, develop properly, if you get proper encouragement, support, there is no trauma, there is no severe vital attacks, physical, emotional, and psychological attack, definitely you will see wisdom at last. So these are all the stages of Erik Erikson's psychosocial theory. Hope you understand, guys. Thank you.